Hi everyone, I'm Lori.
And I'm Julian.
And we are I can always edit it, so that's not a problem.
Hi everyone.
I'm Lori.
And I'm Julian.
And we are JLV Moments and More. And this is going to be a little bit of an impromptu type video.
Kind of like the one I just made a few minutes ago. We'll get it up later.
Yeah, we'll get that posted at some point. Really?
This is all
me? Me? Is that what you're... Okay.
You're taking lead here.
Oh, I am. Okay. All right, so apparently I'm taking lead here. So what we're going to talk about today is the Halloween party. We actually had some... Wait, first of all, let's call it what it is. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. Because it is Disney, so it can't be too scary.
Nope.
And for any of you that are used to
it's gotta be
fun. Go to Universal.
Yeah, if you want scary,
go to
Horror Nights.
Go to Horror Nights at Universal. But
you won't get that at Disney.
You will not get that at Disney. So I've noticed that we are coming up on it. The first party is actually this Friday, August 11th. Yep. And then
I believe some friends of ours are going.
Yep, we know quite a few people that are going. Not sure if they'll do any live videos or anything. It sounds like they're going to be doing some pre-recorded video videos. But I'm sure they'll be streaming later on because the party starts August 11th and actually goes all the way through to November 1st. It is 2 to 3 times a week, just depending on which month you're in.
And how closer it gets to Halloween.
Yeah. And this is an extra party, so this does cost money to get in.
Yes, this is a special event.
The further out you are from October 31st, the cheaper it is, and then it does get more expensive as you get into October.
And they do sell out pretty quickly.
So I will tell you, as of this video, there are currently still 2 dates available in August. Funny enough, the first one, Friday, August 11th, still has some tickets left. And then I want to say it's August 30th. It's whichever one is the last one in August. That one still has tickets. There's a handful in between that are officially sold out, so don't go looking for those. And then I just found out today that the first September one is sold out.
Doesn't surprise me.
The other the other one that has already sold out is, of course, on October 31st.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure
that is typically the first one to go.
The night that we are going also sold out.
Yep. So we are going Tuesday, August 15th, and that sold out. Actually, that was one of the first parties outside of October 31st to sell out, funny enough. Weird. So it's really... I'll be honest, I'm a little weirded out by the fact that it's the second night and it's sold out. It's a Tuesday. Which means we're probably going to be seeing some busy parks.
All those college grads want to get a Halloween party in before they go to school.
I would say all the UKers are coming to visit.
That is true.
So
all the UKers
hello to all of you across the pond that are coming in to visit. And we actually have some friends that are probably on flight right now, fingers crossed, on their way over here. Again, hopping across the pond to come visit us in the good old US of A.
Can't wait to see them.
Can't wait to see them. So let's talk a little bit about Mickey's Halloween Scary Party. So you do have to have a separate, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Get it right.
I will. We'll just call it Mickey's Party.
Mickey's Halloween Party.
There we go.
For short.
For short.
You all know what we're talking about.
Yeah, there's also this...
And I did say y'all.
MNSSHP that you'll see a lot on the Facebook feeds. That's what they're talking about too. So that breakdown also.
The little acronym for it.
So let's talk about this party. First of all, you do have to have a completely separate park ticket.
Yes.
For the Halloween party. You do not at this point have to have a park ticket during the day, but you will not be able to get in until a certain point. Typically it's 4 p.m. is when you can start entering the park, as long as you have a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party ticket for you and a ticket for whoever else is going with you. If you do not have those tickets and the event is sold out, here's pro tip number 1. You can call guest services or walk up to guest services the day of and see if they have any tickets left. Some people have been very successful, other people have not been. I think a lot depends on the date you're looking. If you're looking at a Tuesday, you might have some success. If you are looking at a October 31st date, you may not. Ooh, that bright just went away.
Well, I noticed, I'm just taking a break here. I noticed that the screen was being reflected into my glasses.
Oh, lovely.
So I just minimized the screen that we have up behind the camera right now. So
anyway, so our bright light is now gone.
Our bright light is now gone. So
no more bright light.
Oh, hang on. We'll see. Let's see how bad this does.
You really messed me up now. I'm just like, oh God, no, turn that off. Turn it off.
You are with the tickets.
I was talking about the tickets. All right, so
and possibly getting some if you went to guest services.
Yes. So go to guest services. They are non-transferable, so please do not ask anybody else.
Yeah.
It cracks me up when I look at the Facebook feeds and that's the question. So I can't go to the party and who wants my tickets? It doesn't work that way. I would again recommend calling Disney, letting them know the reason that you cannot make it. But this is the flip side of this: is don't purchase tickets unless you know you can go. This party, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, has been going on for years. I think there is probably 1 year that they did not have it. That was in 2020. They still, the nice part was they still tried to have some elements of it. So we got to see part of the parade. They still had elements, but this party has been going around for a handful of years now. I don't anticipate that it's going to go anywhere. They've extended it into the middle of August. So don't buy your tickets unless you know you can go. If you do have a trip planned in the middle of August all the way through to the end of October, look at your Halloween dates. This is where the planning comes into play. Again, pro tip, you gotta plan to go to Disney, folks.
Yes.
Those of you that are saying, no, I can just go, no big deal. Yeah, good luck with that.
Believe me,
it's not
as possible,
easy. It's possible, it's just not as easy.
You're not going to get all the good stuff that you want to do.
Yep. That is so true.
You're going to miss out on some things if you don't plan.
Yep.
At least a little bit.
So again, make sure you've got that ticket. Now, if you already have a ticket for the day, you already have your park reservation, doesn't matter at which park, you can go and enjoy those parks and then, of course, come over to or stay in Disney and, Magic Kingdom and have a lot of fun. So, things to keep in mind. Character meet and greets. If you want to do a character meet and greet, I recommend that you pick one or two. Or decide that that's going to be your thing for the entire night. Because
some of them you will be waiting.
You will be in line. The Jack Skellington and Sally are the most popular, I would think. Right along there with Winnie the Pooh and those characters too. Yep. Probably the most popular ones. And so your wait time is going to be probably close to an hour, especially at the beginning of the night.
Oh yeah, especially if you really, really want to go see those characters, try to do it right near the end, because you're most likely to get an opportunity that's a lot shorter than if you try and go at the beginning.
But again, you need to decide. But again, you need to decide who, in my opinion, who you want to go see. And be aware of the fact that you may not get a chance to see every single character if you still want to ride rides, see the parade, see the show, eat popcorn,
get all your candy.
There is so much to do. We actually did Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party twice last year.
And still didn't get everything.
Did not get everything.
Didn't see all the characters.
Nope. And we were there from 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon until midnight.
Yep.
So we did the full hours, we rode the rides, but yeah, we didn't make characters our ultimate goal.
Unless our daughter asked.
Unless our daughter asked, and I did have one character set that I wanted to see, and that was Belle and Gaston.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Here's the thing, though. These characters, they do take breaks, everyone.
Yes, they do.
So you will be standing in line, and that's how we got to see Belle and Gaston, is that they were gone. They were on their break, and so we stood in line and waited probably a good 30 minutes before they came back out. We sacrificed that time, and it is what it is, and I wanted to see them, so we got a chance to see them. So,
and I'm really glad we did, because it was...
Oh yeah, they were a lot of fun.
They were very good.
They were a lot of fun. But it's one of these things. It's just like anything with Disney. You pick the one thing that you want to do, and then the rest is gravy. It's bonus.
It's bonus stuff.
Look at that. So now I have noticed today. I'm gonna put a little date on this video. Today is August 7th. They have announced a lot of things already. The character meet and greet lineup came out today. No, the only villain you guys will see that you'll get to do a character meet and greet with is Jafar. That's basically what they've done. We are not Disneyland. This is not Disneyland. This is Disney World. You just don't get the high-end character meet and greets. I know it's kind of a want. We can sit here and talk about why does Disney World do this. We'll say that for another one.
The one that you told me about, I think that's going to be a huge draw.
Which one? The Seven Dwarfs?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think this was added because I haven't had a chance. Now we do have our little brochure from last year. This is not available until the first night. So they'll have a new one for 2023. But you will not be able to get this until the very first night, which is this Friday again. And I don't believe they had the Seven Dwarfs on the meet and greets last year. No. So it sounds like that one's been added. So I agree. I think that's going to be a popular one. But if anybody's looking...
It's going to be over at Pete's.
It's going to be over at Pete's. So back by Dumbo and Barnstormer. Yeah, and Minnie's back there also. You'll still be... Mickey has a meet and greet. Minnie has hers. Donald Duck, Goofy... I'm trying to think of who else we saw there. Aladdin, Jasmine, Jafar, and Abu will all be over in Adventureland. Ariel and Eric will be...
Eric will be there.
Will be in Ariel's grotto.
For all you guys, you want to meet those princes?
They'll have the various princesses. I'm going to guess in the fairy tale hall they're going to keep the same ones with Tiana, Cinderella.
Most likely, yeah. The classics.
Maybe you'll get to see Cinderella's prince. I know he showed up a couple times last year during the Halloween party, but typically you'll see him at Christmas.
Yeah.
That's when they pull out all the stops is Christmas, but that's a whole nother
But if you want to get your villain in.
Jafar. So don't plan on seeing any other villains. They will not have them. They may be in the parade. We still don't know the details on the parade.
I wonder if maybe they'll throw the sisters out.
Well,
the stepsisters are just I don't know.
I don't know. They haven't announced it. It's not on the list.
But they've thrown them out there a couple of times.
Yeah, they'll have. I'm sure they will have some surprises.
Yeah, they'll have their surprises.
But that's the character meet and greet. So take a look at that list. It's on Disney. On their website, so you can check it out. But meet and greets, again, it all just depends on if you really want to get those characters. That's pretty much all you're going to be able to do the entire night because you're going to be waiting in line. So I would take a look at your list, figure out who is your must, narrow it down from there, and then enjoy the rides while you're there. Because here's the thing, your ride wait time, there's no lightning lane. Yeah, so the rides are going to go through a lot faster.
The only ones that are going to, I'm sure Tron is going to be...
If they even have it open. They haven't announced it yet.
That's true. But Mine Train, you usually still have to wait. It's probably maybe 45 minutes, though. It's not the hour and 30 minutes that you can sometimes see.
And again, you're not waiting for the lightning lane, so...
everybody's going through the same line.
Everyone's going through the same line, so you'll be able to get in your Mine Train, you'll be able to get in your Space Mountain, you'll be able to get in your
Big Thunder
Mountain.
You have a problem with that.
I really do, yep. Your Big Thunder Mountain. Of course, Splash Mountain is no more, and Tiana's Bayou doesn't open until next year. So that was another big fun night one.
Oh, yeah. The Splash
everyone loved that, so it'll be kind of a bummer that won't be open. But we're looking forward to seeing that next year. So
before we get a little bit further ahead, pro tip for all of the people that are not going to be attending the special event, be advised that at a certain point in time, the cast members will not let you back into certain areas of the park because they're going to be working on getting everybody who does not have an after-hours ticket out of the park. And once you get in, if you are an after-hours ticket holder, you will be sent to a designated area if you're already in the park to get your wristband, so that when you are in there while the other people are there, the cast members will know that you are okay to go back into that area.
So speaking of wristband, and this may answer one of the questions that was posed to us, how do they know that you're part of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween when you get to come in early? Maybe you already have a park ticket for the day, but you also have a Halloween ticket. So how do they know that? So there will be designated times. I'm telling you, the best place to go is over by at the entrance of Tomorrowland.
Yes.
Now that we've told everyone,
yeah.
it probably won't be the place to go.
We might have to find another place to go now.
There are multiple places. There will be signs, so look for the signs.
And cast members will also, like I said, if you try to go back into an area
hold on, before you get to, hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
But there will be signs, so then make sure you get your wristband, and you can do that in advance. You don't have to wait until 9 o'clock start time or anything like that. I believe the wristband time was around that 4 or 5 o'clock time is when they started it. And again, you'll see the signs to where you can get your wristband. So get your wristband early is my recommendation, because then you're done. You don't have to worry about it, and you can enjoy the rest of your night through the whole time. Now, what you were talking about with your wristband.
So, like I said, if you're trying to get back to an area, if you see the cast members start trying to push people out and you try to go, and they will ask you if you have your wristband. So at that time, if you don't have it yet, go get it. Because then the earlier you can get it, the better. That way you don't have to worry about it later. But when you go and get your wristband, that is also where
you'll get your bag.
This was last year's bag.
This was last year's bag, so we don't know if it'll be used again this year. It doesn't. Oh, it does have 50th.
Yes, actually. So this was There will be a different bag because this was for the 50th last year.
So there will definitely be some different. Well, I would assume there would be some different bags.
They may even have 100. They may have the new 100 bags.
They might. But they will.
You also
give
get
you
candy
your bag.
back there too.
Yep, they will give you your bag, and then at a certain point you can start candy. Trick or treating.
You can start trick or treating because they will have candy locations where you can just go in and pick as much.
One of the other things I noticed today that was announced was where the candy locations will be. So if you go to Disney, again, if you go to their website, you'll be able to see where their candy locations are at. The typical Philharmonic Magic, Carousel of Progress. Those were the only two that I really noticed. There were a lot more. I just didn't read through the list.
I'm pretty sure there's one in each land at Disneyland.
Yeah. And they will give you handfuls.
Yes, they will.
And there will be chocolate, so it will melt.
Kinds. Yeah, especially in this heat.
Just a heads up, your chocolate will melt.
Yeah, it will.
So even at night, especially in August. So I believe some of the people that ask us questions are going more in September. So I am hoping and praying for you that the weather breaks.
Yeah, hopefully the heat calms down.
Yeah, the heat is crazy. But if you are going in August, don't plan on your chocolate being any good when you get home. So unless you bring a backpack cooler. Yep. Oh, and
if you have one of those 50th backpacks that have the cooler pack at the bottom.
Yep. And you can bring little cooler bags with you in your stroller or in your backpacks, whatever you want to carry.
Yep.
There are also
totally up to you.
Lockers.
Yes, there
so you could keep it in the locker. Granted, it's for a fee. So there may be ways to save the chocolate.
If you must save it.
If you must save it.
If not, just eat it.
But honestly, for us, I think we're probably going to avoid a lot of the candy things and really try to enjoy more of...
Maybe the popcorn, though.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some popcorn.
Popcorn, definitely.
But, you will get one of these at the entrance, and they're throughout the whole park. And so they'll tell you where all the candy stations are.
Yeah, honestly, I think we got that when we got our wristband.
Probably. It probably was in the bag, too.
I think we got that when we got our wristband.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap, because we are going on 20 minutes of talking about one of our favorite subjects here, because Halloween is awesome.
I thought you were talking about Disney.
Oh, well, that too.
Halloween's okay. I love Disney.
Disney's cool too. All right.
I like horror movies. She doesn't.
All right. Stop interrupting me, please.
That's what I do best.
I know, but I'm trying to help people out. You're not letting me help people out.
I am trying to help people out with the comic relief.
You know, you keep putting me on tangents. These poor people are bored to death. They're probably falling asleep now.
I don't think so. I think I'm keeping them. I think I'm doing very well.
Oh, okay. All right. You know I'm going to cut all that out.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
Leave it in there.
All right, so let's recap real quickly. Number one, if you were going, figure out before you go, do you want to do character meet and greets or do you want to do everything else? That's what it comes down to, this or that. So you have to make a decision before you go. Number two, yes, you can get into the park a little bit earlier than, I believe, 9 o'clock. It's about 4-ish or so.
I think it might have been 6.
It might be 6.
Somewhere between 4 and 6.
Stop interrupting me.
I am just giving information.
I'm trying to also. Killing me, Smells. I say that on there.
All right, come on, back to it.
I'm trying.
Let's go.
Okay, number one, decide.
We were on like number 3.
I'm about ready to stop this video.
No, this is great. What are you talking about? Stop the video. Man. Come on.
I'm trying. Stop interrupting me. Okay, so I don't even know what number 2 was, to be honest. Number 1 was either this or that. Figure it out. Either character meet and greets or
number 2 was the time.
Number 2, okay. Number 2 is the time. I do believe it's 4 o'clock, but double check and make sure before you go to the park if that is the only ticket that you have. If you have if you have a day pass or a ticket that day, then you'll be fine and good to go.
Number 3.
Number 3. What is number 3? We haven't talked about number 3 yet.
Make sure you get your wristband.
Make sure you get your wristband. Okay, number 3 is get your wristband. My nose itches. Stop. See what I have to put up with?
Hey,
number
I'm
4.
sure everybody out there would love
Yeah, I'm sure.
to have to put up with me.
Yeah, you keep thinking that. All right, number 4. So some of the questions, or a couple of the questions that we did get was, like where to stand for the parade.
Good question.
That is a very good question because everybody wants to see the parade. So what I would recommend, first of all, get a good nap in before you go.
Definitely.
See the parade the second time because everybody's going to want to see it the first time.
Yep.
Skip that part. Go ride the rides.
Yep, go ride the rides.
Then go see it on the second time.
They do the show twice too, right?
They do the show, I think, 3 times actually.
So I think they do it at the beginning, middle, and possibly the end.
There is an ending. So last year, what they did, and again, this was last year. I want to make it clear.
Yeah, this was last year.
Things can change, and I don't know where the schedule is. I totally lost the schedule. But I could have sworn that last year.
I think she may be correct that there were 3
times.
The parade was twice.
The parade was twice, and then the other part was 3 times. And I'll put a little blip in there as to what it really was, because now I have.
Because now she's second guessing.
Oh, here it is. It's right here. It's right in front of me.
Found it.
Okay, so the Hocus Pocus stuff was so between August and September 30th, it was 3 times, and then all through the month of October, it was actually 4 times.
Wow. Okay.
So
if you really want to see the show, you have multiple opportunities.
The Halloween parade did stick to the 2 times. So that second time was 11:15. So that usually, you'll have the 11:15 parade, and then they'll do a midnight show, and then they close down. So, and all the rides do close down at midnight. Keep that in mind. Again, assuming they can maintain these times from last year, which I believe they are. But my advice is, first of all, don't see the parade in the beginning. See it at the end.
Yep.
And then pretty much you can watch it anywhere is a good spot.
Yeah. With it being a limited ticket event, the park is not full.
The park's not full.
So there's space for you to find for a good spot to watch.
And everybody will be on Main Street, so maybe you want to go up a little bit more towards the hub, or curve back around towards Liberty Square in that area. That might be a good spot too.
You could catch it at the very beginning over by Splash Mountain.
We had some friends that caught it at the very beginning. Although I think that was a 9 o'clock parade, that wasn't an 11:15. I think that was like an earlier in the parade, earlier in the evening deal. But again, I'd say wait for the 11:15. Your crowd will be a lot lighter versus if you do the 9 o'clock, initial 9 o'clock parade.
One thing any pin collectors, when we were there, the pin store is over in Frontierland, but it was not open during the after hours event. Only the main store is open.
Yeah, most of your stores are going to be closed.
In the back part of the parks, they're not going to be open.
They're all going to be open. They're going to keep everything to the front.
Everything's kept up at the front.
So even though they have Halloween merchandise and things like that throughout the entire day, keep in mind pretty much your main store is the only one that's going to, Emporium is pretty much going to be the only one open during the party. There will be lots of snack areas open, but even all of your food court choices and all that kind of stuff, those are all pretty much going to be closed. Unless you have reservations at one of the restaurants, and even then, they end at a certain time.
Yes.
So don't go at 9 o'clock thinking that you are going to eat a full meal.
Because
it doesn't work that way.
Not going to happen. Yes.
Really fun Halloween type snacks. Those lines will also be a little on the longer side too.
And if they release a special bucket for popcorn, that's guaranteed to have a line at the popcorn station. We'll do another video when after we go next week. So we'll give you some more information.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch the videos from our friends that are there Friday night, and then we will be there Tuesday night. So we'll watch the videos. And so I won't have my head buried so much into here. I'll do my research.
We're going to be watching the videos. We're going to be at Disney. What are you talking about?
On Friday night, we're going to be traveling. I'm going to watch the videos.
But
you can drive. I'll be watching. So
they're not going to, unless you're going to be watching somebody who's live streaming.
Maybe.
Okay, well then.
But maybe I'll watch the videos on a Monday morning or something.
Oh, with your coffee?
With my coffee.
In the view?
In the view.
Oh, okay.
The view's going to be amazing. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is I can't wait to share with you what our next resort is going to be, because we'll get to talk about that resort too, but we'll keep it a secret.
Yeah, so, it's our home property.
That's not a secret.
I have not said what it was.
Don't keep it a secret. Don't you dare tell anybody.
Just said it was
There's actually only about maybe 3 people that know what our home property is, so that would be watching this. So.
That's true.
Anyway. Okay.
Don't spoil it for us.
We know who you are. We will find you. Anyway, so I hope that kind of already starts the conversation for you and helps you out.
Honestly, if you have more questions, please comment.
Yeah, please post. We will try to make sure that the next video about Halloween is a lot more organized, so that, and not so interrupted, so that we can answer your questions. But here's the thing, feel free to email us at jlvcollins17@gmail.com, and we will try to answer your questions too.
Yes.
I think that's about all we have really to talk about for Halloween. For now.
For the moment, yes. For the moment.
So again, this is part 1. There will be a part 2, maybe even a part 3, because we love talking about it. And so hopefully, we just love to talk about Disney. But first of all, I recommend this week getting onto Disney, and I'll try to put the link in somewhere so that you can get an idea of what they are already announcing. They haven't announced everything. They won't. They will save it for Friday night.
And you can also get your idea on ticket prices as well.
Yep.
Because like I said, like she said, as the closer you get to Halloween, the price starts going up.
Yep. Don't wait, you guys.
Yeah, don't wait.
If you are going in September and October,
and you want to go,
and trust me, you're gonna want to go. If you've never been before, you're gonna want to do it at least once. We had never gone before.
If you've never gone before and you only got one time that you're going to get to do it, go ahead and do it.
Yep.
It'll be worth it.
And actually, I have a friend from Michigan who purposely planned their trip last year around Halloween, because this is their favorite time of year, and so they did it all. So I highly recommend it. If this is your one time, just jump in and do it, but you got to get those tickets now, otherwise they will go fast.
They will sell out.
Especially after that first party on Friday night. I think more and more people are going to start wanting to go. All right, so we'll leave it at this for now. If hopefully we've answered some questions.
If you have more questions, please ask, and we will work on getting those answered.
Yep, and we will talk to you guys later. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.